For example, if someone were to try to enter your home without a warrant, whether or not they are describing themselves as a federal immigration official, you should call 911. And in that case, our police officers are prepared to respond.
Boston is $48 million in the red. The school system is $53 million short. Teachers are staring down staffing cuts. And Mayor Michelle Wu, the same mayor who just told people in Boston they can call 911 on federal immigration agents, her administration is handing out $500 vouchers for spa days, massages, haircuts, gym memberships, acupuncture. Not for the teachers who are about to lose their jobs, not for the Boston public school kids, not even for the Boston residents, for migrants. With priority, give to the LGBTQ plus migrants. I guess this is the real Boston Matters program. Let's get into it.
Boston Mayor Michelle Wu decided to take it upon herself, this liberal, this Democrat representative, to sign in law a $4.5 million fund to fund migrants on teaching them know your rights to fight against ICE agents. Yeah, that's what our money going to. Our taxpayer dollars is going to help migrants know your rights. Because apparently, in her head, ICE agents are going to go hem up people that are legal immigrants. You know that's not happening, girl, don't you? Don't you?
Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. If you have not been subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you like this type of content. We got something really interesting today, going to Boston. And as I get over this cold, my voice may be a little off, but I want to talk to you guys about what's happening because I need you guys to understand, and I'm not exaggerating a single word of this. The program is called Boston Matters. It was created by a nonprofit called Out Newcomers, which advocates for the LGBTQ plus migrants in Boston in partnership with the Mayor's Office for Migrant Advancement. That's a city agency, so this is fully taxpayer funded under Democrat Mayor Michelle Wu's administration. Here's how it works. Applicants get a wellness allowance of $250 to $500. Who gets priority? And I'll quote right here: low-income, isolated, queer or trans migrants, asylum seekers, and refugees. And what can they spend on? Meditation, yoga, peer support, creative healing, acupuncture, gym memberships, haircuts, massages. This money is called non-clinical care. In other words, it's not medicine, it's not therapy, it's not housing, it's not food, it's a spa day, fully funded by the city of Boston. Now, how much total taxpayer money is going into this? According to the Mass Daily News, Michelle Wu's Office of Immigrant Advancement has handed out $1.3 million of taxpayer money funding programs like this one. $1.3 million for non-clinical wellness activities for a certain slice of the migrant population. And before anybody in the comments say, Hannibal, well, that's not a lot of money, hold that thought, because we're about to talk about how Boston can't afford anything right now. So here's the reason that $1.3 million matters, because it's not an absolute number. It's the context. Boston right now has a $48.4 million deficit, the fiscal year that we're in. That's a fact. Boston public schools, same moment, are facing a $53 million shortfall. That's fact. And what are they talking about cutting? Teacher staffing. Let me say that again so it lands. Teachers, people who show up every day for the kids in Boston, their jobs are on the chopping block.
Listen up. Class is in session. We're breaking down Boston's public school budget and where your taxpayer money is going. The proposed budget is $1.7 billion. That's about 40% of the city's entire budget. But here's the issue. Spending is going up while enrollment is going down and academic performance is struggling. So where's the money going? A big chunk is going to central office and transportation, with rising costs for staffing and health insurance. Critics say more funding should go directly into classrooms, especially considering less than a third of BPS students met MCAS expectations last year.
All of our investment should be going into teacher training, should be going into professional development for our staff and all of our staff members.
Meanwhile, Mayor Wu's administration have already frozen city spending on food, travel, office supplies, and building repairs through the end of the fiscal year. So think about what that means. The city can't even afford paper clips. The city can't fix its own buildings. The teachers might lose their jobs, but Out Newcomers gets to have acupuncture vouchers. Does that make any sense? And here's the kicker. When Mayor Wu was asked to explain the $50 million hole, she blamed the snow. The snow. In Boston, you know, where it snows every year. So let me walk you through Mayor Wu's recent track record, because this is where all the problems lie. Since she took office, the Boston DI office budget has increased more than 300%. 300%. And over the same period, Boston homeowners have been hit with consecutive double-digit property tax hikes. She grew the city's budget by $1 billion. She took a $43,000 raise, and now she's blaming the snow for the deficit. At the same time, in February of this year, she signed an executive order confronting ICE. A part of that order, and some of you already saw on this video that I showed here, telling the Boston residents that it's appropriate to call 911.
For example, if someone were to try to enter your home without a warrant, whether or not they are describing themselves as a federal immigration official, you should call 911. And in that case, our police officers are prepared to respond.
In response to a federal immigration operations like warrantless entry. So to be fair and to see exactly what she put in this order, it actually says that 911 is appropriate for unlawful acts like warrantless entry, not just for any ICE operation. Got it. But obviously the bigger picture still holds. Boston's mayor is positioning her entire administration, the police, the city property, the legal department against federal immigration enforcement, while at the same time her Office for Immigrant Advancement is handing out spa vouchers to the same migrant population. One hand says we're protecting migrants from ICE, and the other hand says here's $500 for a massage. And the teachers, well, the teachers are going to get their paper clips taken away. Now, let me show you who's going to be on the receiving end of this taxpayer pipeline. Out Newcomers, the nonprofit that built this program with the mayor's office, was founded by a 33-year-old activist and drag performer called Kyle Khan. He serves as the organization's executive director. Now, here's where it gets interesting. In May of 2024, Khan was detained by ICE. According to his own GoFundMe statement, he was taken into custody for resisting arrest and trespassing while riding a bus. He spent 57 days at the Plymouth County Correctional Facility. The person whose organization that is distributing these taxpayer-funded wellness vouchers has a personal history that includes 57 days in ICE detention on state charges of resisting arrest and trespassing. I'm not here to tell you what to think about that. I'm just letting you know what's going on. And the receipts are saying $1.3 million in taxpayer money flowing through an office that partners with nonprofits run by people with skin in the game on the immigration debate. While the schools are broke, while the teachers are nervous, while the budget is blaming snow. But at the end of the day, this is something that all politicians do. It's bread and circuses. 2,000-year-old concept from ancient Rome. When the government can't actually solve people's real problems, housing, wages, school, crime, what do? They put on a show. They create visible performative acts of caring. They want you to see them handing out the bread. They want you to watch the circus.
Mayor Wu, in the city of Boston, how much did you spend?
We don't ask about immigration status and delivering city
You don't
services,
ask
so
about
we
how
don't
much
have
money
that
the city of Boston has spent on illegal immigration?
We
Are
don't
you out of your
distinguish
mind?
between immigration status.
Do you
as
manage
part
your
of our
budget
city
or not,
policies.
Mayor Wu?
That is how we keep
Mayor
our city
Wu,
safe.
do you manage your budget or
We have the
not?
numbers to prove it. I manage my budget. I have a AAA bond rating dating back 10 years.
So to the city of Boston,
budget.
just understand that your mayor does not care how much of your resources she has spent on people who are not citizens
The city of Boston
of
is
Boston.
sick of having
I'm
people
reclaiming my
outside
time.
Boston
Mr.
telling
Bear,
us what we
Mr. Bear, I have
need.
a question for you.
$500 for a spa day is a circus. It doesn't solve housing. It doesn't solve wages. It doesn't solve language barriers. It doesn't even solve the immigration status. It doesn't solve anything. What it does is just generates a nice press release. It generates a nice Instagram post with the mayor talking about how she cares about the LGBTQ community and how they care about the advancement. It just generates a photo op. And meanwhile, the Boston homeowner gets hit with double-digit property taxes and they're paying for that performance. So this is not about helping migrants. If you want to help them, you're probably going to fund legal services or fund ESL, you'll fund housing, you'll fund job placement, you'll fund actual Medicare, not this non-clinical care stuff. This is performative politics funded by taxpayers who can't afford to be performative. That's the story. $500 spa vouchers while the average homeowner is in a bad spot. The teachers are on the chopping block. Frozen spending. And the mayor thinks snow is the reason for all these problems. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Appreciate all your support. Thank you for taking time to watch this video. And I'll see you guys in the next video.